Alright, this is going to be a video of this 42-inch SMC brand UB42 ceiling fan. I got it at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteer there, and what I do for them is refurbish ceiling fans they receive a donation, and make them more sellable and run better than how they originally came in. I suspect this was probably sold at Sears. It just seems like something they would have had back in the early to mid 90s. I'm not actually 100% sure though. Without any further ado, I will demonstrate it and begin with the lights. So you can see these work, and I'm using three 60-watt equivalent energy-saving compact fluorescent bulbs in light kit. They do actually output a pretty good amount of light. Turn that off, and turn the fan on now, and start with the high speed. Now, judging by the white piece of tape I put on one of the blade brackets, this is probably going to spin at around 210, 215 RPM. It does blow a pretty good amount of air for a 42-inch fan, so it could probably cool a large room with no problem. When it runs, it does have a slight bearing noise to it. Intermittently, it does have a kind of a clacking sound, but does not appear to be doing that now, which is good. I did put quite a bit of oil into it, so hopefully that helped. Alright, moving on to medium speed. This is going to slow down to probably 180 RPM. Not a huge difference between medium and high. And last but not least, the low speed. Just show with the fan light on, running at the same time. And this is going to spin at about 75 RPM. Turn everything off. Stop the blades here. And I'm going to talk about some general information on this. SMC did make quite a few variations of the UB42 for the US and Canadian market. In terms of the Canadian ones, this is probably one of the most deluxe versions that included a mesh style spotlight kit and reversible blades. There's also a slightly more basic one that had stamped steel brackets instead of these solid ones, and a 3 globe light kit. And the most, I guess, introductory version of this had 4 blades and a single globe light kit. Now I'm going to be talking about some pros and cons on the fan and what I would give it out of 5 stars as a ranking. I really do like the overall theme of it with the mesh style spotlights. It's very 90s. I like the look a lot. Also, the reversible blades are nice. One side is gloss black. The other side is kind of like a Casablanca Spirit of Saturn style stencil. I do like the gloss black better. It just suits the fan more. I think the stencil will kind of cheapify the whole look. It also has a very unique housing, which is pretty specific to these UB42 fans. I don't think really any other SMC models or manufacturers use this. And overall, it's a pretty well built and well performing fan. It has a large solid motor, and the metal parts seem to be pretty good quality. Now for the cons, it does have that intermittent clacking noise I was talking about. Only happens once in a while, and sometimes even when it's running. Just starts for a few seconds and stops. I think something might be in the bearings. Maybe a little bit of debris got caught in there. Doesn't seem to be a huge deal though, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. But if it is persistent, I probably will take the motor apart and inspect it. Another thing is these gloss black blades, though they are elegant, are pretty hard to clean because even if you touch them a little bit, do leave some fingerprints, so you do have to make sure you keep those cleaned thoroughly. Overall, I'd probably have to give this 4 to 5 stars. Really nice looking fan, performs pretty well, and honestly I'd highly recommend it if you can find one of these. So guys, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and there's lots more to come in the near future. Before I conclude this video, I do just want to show you guys the mounting system, in case any of you haven't seen this before. SMC actually does have a pretty unique way of mounting their hugger fans. And I think that's about it.